Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. I just wanted to show you something super exciting that Epicure has come out with, a fresh cheese maker. Who doesn't love cheese? But those cheeses that you buy at the stores are oftentimes very expensive, and this is a good way that you can make it healthier, fresher at home. So I love that this is a new possibility for us. What the cheese maker is you have this bowl here. I've got it filled up with milk. There's 4 cups of milk in here. It also comes with a strainer to help form our cheese, and then a lid as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this into the microwave and explain how we're going to make it. So we put it in the microwave for 12 minutes. I'm not going to keep you here for all 12 minutes. I'm going to show you some cheese first. After that comes out, we just have to follow our instructions that it comes with here. It's really easy. So we're scalding the milk in the microwave. It comes out. We're going to give it a little tap all the way around, and we're going to be adding some acid into it. So you could use vinegar, or you could use our citrus press, and you could squeeze in some lemon or lime juice. You could even use some flavored vinegars as well if you would like to. So you stir that in, and we're going to let it sit for half an hour. After it sits for half an hour, you use this handy strainer here, and you strain out the cheese curds. The cheese curds stay in here, and then you're left with the whey. But don't throw that whey out. You can keep that whey to freeze into little pucks and use it into your smoothies for added nutrients and protein. Another thing that you can do with the container is that once it's strained through, we're adding in some flavors. So if you want to, you can go sweet, you can go savory, or you can keep it really basic and just use a sea salt, and then you can top your cheese with a variety of different sauces or finishing sauces that you would like to do. So let's show you some cheese. Here I have a sweet cheese that I made, and the trick with this one is that after I strained it, what I did was I added in baked apple and some extra cinnamon, because I like lots of cinnamon, and I blended it with my immersion blender, and it kind of made this nice cream cheese. So good for dipping apples in, or even on crackers, or even I like it warm, just for like a dessert. So in the microwave, I used a 2% milk. You can use anything from skim all the way to homogenized milk, and it also works with soy and goat milk as well. Here's another example of a cheese. It never lasts long in my house. This one I flavored with a Greek seasoning, and it's delicious. So this is what I topped on top of my salad here in my salad in a jar, is that I added that on top. So good for easy to go lunches, or just, not having to think about lunch the next day. Have these ready to go in the fridge. Pop me a message down below if you want to know more about these salads in a jar. All right, I'm going to come back in a second once this milk is all heated up. All right, our milk is done, so I'm just going to take it out of the microwave. I'm going to bring it over here for you to see. All right, so our milk is scalded here. You can see that. And what we're going to do is add in our acid. So you could use vinegar, or you could use the lemon juice. If you're going to use the lemon juice, you cut your lime, you put it cut side down in here, and then you just squeeze on top. So we're going to do that. And there is one little trick that we use, and that is that we tap the side all the way around, and that's to release the milk from the sides. And here's my vinegar. Pour that in. All of the measurements are on this little sheet here. The only difference I use with this sheet is that instead of adding in my flavors now, I will add them in once I strain through. So as you can see, it's already curdling up here. We give it a stir. You set your timer for half an hour, and you just let it sit. I'll see you back in a bit. All right, we are back, and you can see that our cheese has really separated here. So we have the curds and in the whey. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our strainer here. I like to put it on top of a mason jar, so I keep my whey in a jar here, and I use this funnel to help me not make a mess. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it through here. And sometimes there's a little bit more whey. Well, that's perfect. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to use my spoon to help me. I'm getting all of that in there. And so what you can do now, you've got options. Do you want to have a creamy cheese like I did with this one? This one I added in the baked apple, and then I just used my immersion blender in here and I blended it together. Or what you can do is add your seasonings in and still make it a block cheese. So here you can see the cheese. You push out the whey. You can decide how dry you want it to be or how moist. I don't like to push it all out. Some people do like to. So I'm just going to actually move this up a bit so you can see. So what I'm going to do here is this is when I like to season it. I pop it in to the container here. I'm just going to move this out of the way. And this is where I'm going to add my salt. So if you look here, it'll tell you to season before you strain. I like to season after I strain so that my whey stays plain for in my smoothies. And this way I find that you're keeping more of the flavor in your cheese as well. But everyone finds their own little things that work for them. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add in my salt. So I'm just going to go ahead and grind. And you can taste this as you go. Why not? So I'll put in some salt. It's my little grinder here. And I'm going to keep this one really simple. I'm just going to use salt. That's it. If you want, you could add in something like the Greek seasoning. And that's what I did for this cheese right here. But this one I'm going to just keep plain. I'm going to give it a mix. I'm going to go ahead and put it back into the strainer here. And this is actually what's going to help me mold my cheese because I really want to show you guys how this comes out. So again, put it in here. It all acts together as one unit. Push it down. And what we're going to do is when this cheese is done, so about an hour in the fridge just to set, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put the red pepper jelly on top. So good. And serve that with some crackers as an appetizer. So you could imagine the different kinds of fun appy nights you can have. It does come with a lid like so. This lid is designed so you could actually measure your acid in here and put it on top. I just use my spoon. I love my little 4-in-1 spoon, super handy. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge and I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like in about an hour. All right, welcome back. Our cheese has been cooled in the fridge and so we're just going to take it out. You can see it there. And all you need to do is invert it onto a plate. So upside down, you can give it a little bit of a smack down, depending on how hard you packed it down. And you can see it comes out like that. So there you go. Our nice fresh cheese is there. And I wanted to keep this one simple and show you one way that you could serve it. You could serve it with our red pepper jelly. So you could just go ahead and take a scoop of this and just put it over on top. If you wanted to, you could actually top the other side with something else, like one of our finishing sauces. We have the Paris Bistro that would pair really well, or you could even use any of our other mixes and just mix them with a little bit of olive oil and water and make a little sauce to go over top with it is delicious, or even maybe like our hot buttered rum with some hot buttered rum seasoned nuts on top would be really great for for the fall, for entertaining, or you could even do something like a cranberry chia jam on top would be delicious too. So what do you think? Yum, with some crackers or some vegetables even would be really, really good. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about the cheese maker or other combination things that you'd like to see, comment below and I can try them out for you, or you can go ahead and be doing this yourself at home. It's lots of fun. Bye.